Yeah, main stereo. Main stereo.
Gotcha.
Yes. There you go. And okay. All right, now
All right. Just go ahead and talk into it. Testing, testing. One, two, three.
1, 2. Check
One,
1,
two,
2.
three. Any audio input here?
Check 1, 2. I need somebody out there that has the show. Or
Yeah, on the live. There's sound now.
can y'all hear me out there?
Is it good?
I can't hear you. They still saying they can't. Can you hear us now?
They're saying from behind us, they're saying they can hear it.
Yeah, but they.
Yeah.
You can hear me.
Yes.
All right, we're good.
All right,
Tell
we're
Messer
good.
we love him.
We love you, Master.
All right, Rob Ferguson working now. Okay, we're good. Okay, so all right, how professional can you get?
Oh.
Okay. All right, we're good. We're good. Do you know how to mute these mics and unmute? Okay, you ain't got to do it now. Kale. Kale, come here. Max, throw that away and come up here. Wherever you want to. You want blue or green mic?
I have blue.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, boss. That's your phone.
All right. I want you to come up here as close as you can. Right there.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Help.
Hey, Aaron.
Help. There you
Eric,
go.
where's mine? Go get mine.
Where is
Over there on the computer.
Thank you, buddy. Are you ready? Oh, you got one. I got one in there too. Okay. Remember how we do it, right? Yeah, I'll be perfect. You got to talk into it.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that.
Here. You know what you're doing. And ain't your first rodeo.
We're live.
We're not as professional as the Orange Bumper podcast, but we are working on it. One day we'll have a studio. I want to say, hey to everybody, welcome to Talking Circles with Chris Carter. My name is Chris Carter, and I have Beavis and Butthead with me. This is Beavis, that's Butthead. Kel Weeble, how are you, buddy?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Hey, Max,
Yeah.
how are you?
Good.
Hold on, I got to turn this down. Hear myself messing me all up. We are being sponsored by Coca-Cola tonight. And I'm going to do this. Everybody that knows me knows I'll get through this. Last Saturday, I was at the Charlotte Expo at the Racers Expo. And I got a call, not a text, that Brad Arnold's dead. He's the lead singer of Three Doors Down. I got this signed a couple years ago. Two of the original members are now dead with Three Doors Down, but I had a very special, for those of y'all that know me, knows that I have a very special relationship with the band and with Brad. And he had cancer, but it happened so fast. So I'm going to kind of pretty much dedicate tonight's show to Brad Arnold. He every time I had a fundraiser or something for the kids with cancer, he always we always had something from him in the band. And this goes back, y'all, 15 years ago. I've got pictures I put up of me at their first gig, and Brad grabbed me in a headlock while he's up on stage singing. So that's he touched a lot of people's life. And the most important thing that I want everybody to know out there is that Brad Arnold loved Jesus Christ as his personal savior, and he was using his platform to honor Jesus Christ. And there's no doubt in my mind where he's at and all that. So I'll treasure this bad boy for the rest of my life. And I made it through it. If Ashton, you're watching, I told you I'd do it without crying. Only because Bert's over there. So, but anyway, y'all remember that he's buried in Philadelphia, Mississippi, at his mother-in-law's land and all. And, his wife Jennifer and her mom took good care of Brad in his last days. But I always say, hug your people, tell them you love them, and try to serve God the best of your ability. When you got a platform, that's why I'm not scared to talk about it right here in front of everybody and anybody that's listening, is that if you have a platform, you do it a lot. When you got a platform like this, you use it to honor the man above. All right, sad part's over. Y'all ready? I want to know when your next race is, Kale Weevil.
Don't really have a plan right now.
Huh?
We sold the Bandolier and we're trying to get a 602 modified. Go run.
Did you just say a 602 modified?
Yeah.
Really? What about a legend car or something? I mean, can we take baby steps?
No.
No baby steps for Kale Weevil. All right, Max, how have you been, buddy?
Good. I mean, I don't know when my next race or when my first race will be because I'm still like into sports a little bit and I'm gonna wait like till I'm a teenager maybe until I maybe like do my first race.
You're going to be the smart one out of the whole family that's going to play baseball, right?
Yeah, or like also baseball like in summer and spring and basketball for the winter.
Yeah. So, are you saying there's a possibility that as if you get a little bit older, you might race?
Yeah,
Sadie's going to be your crew chief?
probably not.
Wow.
I don't know.
I want y'all to know out there that Max, well, actually, both of these kids has been on this show. Joe, how many times? 4 at least. Kale has, and I know Jason. What, 3 or 4 times with Max too, and we always have a good time with them. And they're both professional for their age. I want you to tell everybody how old you are, Kale.
I am 13 years old.
You have to think about it.
Oh, my birthday was
Okay.
last
How long you been racing?
7 years, maybe?
7 years already. How many wins do you think you have in your quarter midget and bandolier or whatever else you raced?
Over 50, maybe?
50?
Over.
Over. Over. You're going to really drive a 602 modified?
Yeah.
Are you really? How old do you got to be for a 602? Is there an age? 6, 3, what? Anyway, that's pretty cool. So 602 modified, I think you'll do well. I know you'll do well. Hey Max, I need to know when is your are you doing anything, any baseball, football, soccer, anything like that right now? I know it ain't football season, but
I'm playing basketball and Sunday. Saturday we had 2 games and we won both of them and we made it into the championship. And now this Saturday is the All-Star game, and
yeah.
then I'll be just practicing baseball.
How many points did you score in the basketball game?
The first game I scored 7. The second I scored 2, and then 2 again.
And your next game is Saturday?
Yes,
Can I come and be loud?
maybe.
I won't embarrass you, Max, I promise.
Sure.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna come and watch you play. So, Cal Weevil, you're gonna race 602 modified. So right now we're just kind of under a little, just kind of watch everybody else go to the stadium.
Yeah, pretty much.
You like going to Bowman Gray, don't you? Last time I seen you was at Bowman Gray. How'd you like the Clash?
Good. It was fun to watch them on the rain tire.
You liked that, didn't you? That's that was a fun time. I enjoyed it too. Max, did you go to the Clash? You didn't go, did you?
I did, but at lap 100, before it started sleeting, we went home.
Lap 100, Jason. He knew. Dad, I'm gone. Who'd you ride there with? Sadie?
Yeah, Sadie and my other sister Emma and our cousin.
Last time we was on the show or something, it seems like I wanted Max to come and they were iced in or something. I can't remember. And Sadie couldn't drive or Emma couldn't drive or something because of the ice and snow. I might be messed up there, but it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. It's like my dad, his truck, it was the only one could probably.
Oh, yeah. That's what it was, the McDonald's, y'all. It was when y'all were at McDonald's. That's what it was, Jason. Yeah. I think that they should just start letting you drive. Now to fix all that, right?
Maybe when I'm older.
Yeah. Maybe when you're older, you can come pick me up. We'll go cruising. right?
Yeah.
So, Kale, I need you to tell me something, buddy. Of all the tracks that you've raced at, which one is your favorite?
I don't know. I've raced a lot of tracks.
Yeah, you don't have like one you like best?
Depends what you're talking about.
Just the track. What's your favorite track? Like when you and dad, mom, and y'all leave and y'all going, you like, yes, I love this place. Which track does that to you?
New Smyrna
Nope.
in the mini track. It's quarter midget.
That's a long way away. That is that's a fast track, ain't it? That track is so fast. I mean, but they have the little track, and that's what you was at. Did you win there?
I won 2 alligator heads and no 3 maybe.
Three.
And when I got home, did not like they stunk up.
Did they really?
No, you just wanted them out of the house.
Okay. Oh, we've got stuff to get. Eric, what do you want to give away? And what we're going to do is we're just going to pick somebody on here. We'll let these kids pick somebody on here or somebody out there pick somebody out there. Sadie, do you want to win something? Okay. Sadie, you won. Go pick you something. Our first winner of the night is Sadie Myers. Look, your sister won something.
Yay. She's probably gonna wear it.
She's probably going to wear it
Yeah, when we get home.
when you tonight, first day.
Oh, maybe in the morning or like in the afternoon after school tomorrow
Yeah,
when she's taking it.
she's going to wear it, huh? That's good.
Maybe.
All right, look, Jason Rowell said, let's go, Kale. Look, Miss Donna's watching.
We gotta give something out to Granny.
Yeah, tell her, hey.
Hey, Granny. Hey, Papa.
Emma said, as soon as I join, I hear my name. What's going on? What in the world was that? Sound like me. Okay, so I'm just baffled. I'm blown away, Gail, that you're going to be racing a 602 modified. I was expecting a legend or something. Wasn't y'all Joe? Wasn't y'all talking about a legend at one time?
I'd rather do a 602 mod.
Hey, I'm all for it, buddy. I'm all for it. So do we start? Do we start a sponsorship campaign now or later?
Now.
Now?
As soon as we can get one, we.
You want me to give them a pitch? I can't. There's too many people listening. I can't do that publicly. It's a secret pitch that I've got.
All right.
We'll save it for later.
Yeah.
All right. You'll represent them though, won't you?
Sure will.
I mean, look at the man right there. You're at Choice Tire and Automotive, and you represent him well, don't you? Who's your favorite? Probably shouldn't ask him this with the drivers around here, but do you have a favorite, KO Weevil? Do you have a favorite Bowman Gray driver?
Burt Myers, Brandon Ward, Chase Roberts.
Burt Myers, Brandon Ward, Chase Robertson. I like that. That's good. Hey Max, do you have a favorite Bowman Gray driver?
I'll just say like my favorites in each division.
Yeah, do that for us.
In the modifieds, it's probably my family.
You're
Yeah.
Jason and Slade and your dad. I mean, it's not your dad. Uncle Bob, your dad, and Slade.
And sportsmen, I'll also say the same thing, Chase Robertson.
Okay.
Mini stock, I'll say Brandon Brindle.
Okay.
And street stock, I mean, it depends sometimes.
It depends on how those guys and girls act.
Oh, well, yeah. It's like, it's like a lot of drivers and like, I might say like Nick Wall or something.
Nick Wall?
Yeah.
Nick Wall. Okay. Did y'all notice, did y'all notice how he knew each division and the drivers? And that's what's amazing about these kids. I mean, they've been around it their whole life, even Kale. That's pretty cool. Well, look, guys, is there anything y'all want to tell anybody? Say, hey, is there anything you want to talk about, Mac, before we
Uh,
bring the Motley Crew in?
yeah, before Like I came here at home. My mom and my sister Emma wanted me to say hey to 'em.
Did they?
Yeah.
Well, tell them, hey,
Hey, Mom. Hey, Emma.
look at the camera and wave. Tell them you love them.
Love you.
Will supper be ready when I get home?
I mean, they're at work.
It don't matter. Who's going to cook? Your dad? Sadie's. No, Emma's home. She'll cook.
Both of them are working.
Oh,
They work at the same place.
Sadie's going to put in some
And
pizza.
the pizza's probably.
Yeah. We have like 62 pizzas. So if any of y'all are out there in Kernersville and you're hungry, please come and join us. I mean, they sounding quiet. Like last week we was at tea time, and I don't know if it was because of that brain injury I have, but all that noise in the background was freak. It was probably a gift from God that everything didn't work. But good, man, I couldn't hardly even talk. But we do have a few people in here. Appreciate y'all coming. Um, got some pizza over there. So Max, you got plenty to eat, so you ain't got to worry about supper.
Yeah.
Will you bring some home to Emma and your mom?
Maybe if they want some.
Okay. We'll get them to text you. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Kel, who do you want to say hey to, buddy? Is there anybody out there you want to say hey to or anything?
My nana,
Yeah, so you better not forget Nana.
she beat me up.
She'll beat you up. She'll get you, boy. All right, anybody else?
Granny, Papa,
Granny and Paw Paw.
my mama if she's watching.
Who?
My mama,
I bet she is.
grandmommy, and granddaddy.
Is that who I think that is? Wow. What an honor. What an honor. Man, good to see you. Thank you for being here. We're gonna have to get him up here to talk. I mean, there's no way we can't. I mean, if we can talk him into it. Um, okay, well look, y'all good?
I don't know.
You wanna hang out or what?
I don't know.
Do y'all want me to step off and let Slate come up?
Yes.
Do y'all know how to talk to him and ask questions?
Yeah.
I mean, I know my own cousin.
He said he knows his own cousin. All right. I'm gonna let these two kids talk to Slate for a minute, and I'll be back. Me and Bert and Jason, and we'll continue things. Okay. Want to give a big shout out to all my sponsors and everybody listening. Philip Smith is here. In case I was wondering who I was talking about, he's walked in here, and he is one of the. He's a big deal from Bowling Gray. So those of y'all that know, it's good to see him here with us as well. Slate, you go talking to your cousin and them? Priceless. All right, bye bye. Y'all be good, okay?
All right.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Y'all hear that? Roll Tide. Tell them, boy.
What's up, y'all?
Ask him.
All right. In the race car, like, what does it feel?
What does it feel like?
Yeah, like,
Pretty cool.
not like,
It's hard to describe it. It's pretty cool.
is it like cold, like the wind outside the car?
No,
Like, is
you
it
don't get much
blowing?
wind. During the summer it gets pretty hot. In the inside of the car. It'll be at 90 degrees night at Bowman Gray, and it'll get pretty hot in there.
All right.
Got a question?
What's your plans for this year?
A little bit of smart tour. Full season at Bowman Gray. For sure. Running the 6 car again. We'll run the 4 car on the smart tour. So as of right now, it's just modifieds. We're working on some other stuff. Not to leak anything out yet or anything, but
Um, about the McDonald's thing, how do you like feel about that being one of your sponsors?
I mean it's awesome. It's definitely every driver's dream to have the golden arches on the car. So it's just awesome for them to come on board Ice Age Management. It's a pretty cool deal.
All right. So, if when I get older, you gotta convince my mom to race up on because she's trying in every power for me not to race it, and I want to race.
You got a lot of money?
I don't know. It depends on the sponsors.
Yeah, well, you're gonna need it if you race at Bowman Gray. It gets pricey over there, but it's fun. That's where all the eyes are. So I mean, if that's the path you want to take, then go for it.
Whenever you're in the car and like, do you sometimes like pay attention to like most of the fans? Because I know sometimes you may like look up like where we are, but like, do you ever like look around like everyone cheering or like booing
Yeah,
sometimes?
it's definitely cool to see. Like if I'm running eighth or something, and I'll look up and the crowd just going crazy, I know that something up front's happening. So that's pretty cool. I mean, the whole stadium just erupts, and that's the cool thing about Bowman Gray. It's just its own animal. So it's pretty cool. I mean, I don't really look up there much during the race, but definitely during like caution laps and stuff. They can get boring, or if it's a red flag and you're sitting on the back stretch, it's hot summer night. Look up there and somebody with no shirt on's leaning over giving you the bird. It's pretty cool.
Uh, what do you feel like when feeling cars dialed in, and you see your dad just pass you, and he's flying by, and he's gone?
Yeah, I mean, I'll come in sometimes and I'll get out, I'll be like, yeah, it's pretty good. I ran a 60 in practice. Dad comes over, yeah, I ran a 20. I talked to Jason, he's like, yeah, I ran a 50 and a 60. I'm like, oh, I ran the same thing. And then I go over there to Dad and he's like, yeah, I ran a 20. Like, it's hard to beat that one car over there. He's got that thing dialed in for sure. But if it's like last year, everybody's running for second again.
On the like second, maybe like 25s or 50s, and you're like starting up in like first, like the top four, like what is your like goal to try to like finish? Like, is it trying to like get up to second or first to try to like pass maybe if like the people in the back, maybe in like eighth if it's like my dad or something? Like, what do you feel if like they're behind you and they might be catching up, but you also have people in front of you?
Yeah, well, obviously you want to try to get to the front as quick as possible in a 25 lapper, but I mean, from people coming from behind you and everything, you don't really worry about who's behind you. You worry about what's in front of you at Bowman Gray. So I mean, trying to get out front's the main thing.
Is and once you get up there, is it your racing is like distracting at all for the fans?
Repeat that.
Is it distracting if the fans are leaning over the wall?
Not really. During the race, it's not, but I'll look up there like during a caution or a red flag or something, and I'll laugh at them and wave at them and give them a little, just interact with them. It's always cool to interact with the fans. I mean, they're 6 feet from you, so it's pretty cool.
Like the turn one?
Oh yeah, camo crew.
Yeah, I'm a part of that.
Yeah, Max. Yeah, Max is a part of that. I've seen some videos. I've seen some videos.
Oh, man. All right, you good?
Any more questions?
Good?
One more.
One more.
Well, what did you think when you came back and the walls were different, fences, all that stuff?
It's definitely cool to see NASCAR get involved with Bowman Gray and up the walls and everything. I mean, I didn't really see much of a difference, but the car did. When you'd wreck, I mean, you tear off a lot. So I mean, me and Dad and Jason, we tore off a lot this year, just because of those walls, because they don't give like the other walls used to. They're just solid, and you hit them. When you hit them hard.
I think I like the original walls because it just gives you that old
Yeah,
Mama Gray feeling, and
for sure. Yeah.
What does it like feel like whenever you're getting like spun out into the infield or like while stars are like coming?
What do you mean?
Like, what is it like? So whenever you get spun out, like in the car, like what is it like? Does it like hurt? Like what it like?
No, I mean, I didn't. You don't really get hurt in the race car. They're pretty good with safety nowadays. I did jam up my finger one time this year, but that was about it. But other than safety and that kind of stuff, I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. Um, but getting spun out, no, that don't really hurt. I mean, it might hurt my feelings, but it don't hurt me physically.
Yeah, like what if you like hit the wall with your right front. Kind
I mean, yeah, it'll hurt the race car and it'll hurt my feelings, but it don't really hurt me much. Yeah.
Do you ever get tired and like trying to?
No, I don't really get tired much. Not really.
What about like the 200 and the 150?
No, I do get hot in the 200. That's the one of the hottest races of the year. We get out, I like to lay down with pretty much no clothes on and pour water all over myself. That 200 lapper is pretty. I mean, physically and mentally, it's one of the hardest races on a driver.
Sometimes after like qualifying or practice, my dad like he's in like the trailer and he's like laying down asleep. And like one time he was like laying down asleep in a chair and like we would take pictures of like people behind him like smiling.
Yeah, I do remember that. He was an ace.
Yeah.
And we took pictures behind him and stuff while he was asleep. Yeah. Good.
I want you to sit in the middle, and we'll bring your dad up and be you and your dad real quick. All right, thank you, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm about to drink all this Dr. Pepper.
I'm in Max. Good job, Kale. Yeah, bro.
Get blue this time.
Pick one. Check. I don't. That was priceless. That if you watch this, I don't care what you can say anything about my show you want to, but if you talk about them kids, I'm gonna spray you with bear spray. I promise.
I tell you what I say is you might have a replacement in before too long.
Bird, I put it on the comments. My job is in jeopardy, but
Max is sitting back like it's right here. Talking like it's right here. He wanted your job. He's not.
he does well. I do want to say this that for everybody Bowman Gray related, y'all pay attention. There's going to be an announcement tomorrow. I talked to Austin Schufert today. There will be an announcement tomorrow. So y'all kind of pay attention. Check out the website. Check out Facebook and all that. They're gonna. I don't know when. I was just told to let everybody know. Be looking for a big announcement. So there's that. I want to talk with you two real quick, Bert, especially you. I want to talk about the Toyota Half Throttle 500 Sunday. Bert, when these cars at Daytona, and we go back, I want to go back way back to where I said something to somebody yesterday. Could you imagine somebody on the radio telling Dale Earnhardt, we're gonna hold the field back. Me, you, Dale Jr., and Terry Labonte. 3 Chevrolets. What do you think he would do?
You don't know, man. It's not the same world as it used to be. I'd said this a couple weeks ago. It's like comparing the era of Michael Jordan to LeBron James. The game has changed so much, and racing's the same way. It's not the same game anymore.
Right.
It's funny because a guy asked me yesterday. He said, talking about how boring it was with those guys just holding the field up. He said, "What could they do to fix it?" I don't know. I don't know because it's become such a science that a half a gallon means 2/10 of a quicker pit stop, and so they're always trying to grab for that extra. I don't know how you fix it. I don't know how you fix it. I think maybe if you went to a smaller fuel cell, the stretch of fuel saving wouldn't be as long,
Mm-hmm.
but you're still going to have it. So that's tough, man.
So what about 900 horsepower, smaller spoiler, let her rip tater?
I've said for years, put them back in the Skull Buick that Harry Gant used to drive with a flat front end, no side windows, a skinny hard tire, and let them go race. But it's that those days are gone. Those guys are driving. It's NASA. It's NASA, and those are Space shuttles without wings right now.
Slate, did you watch the Daytona 500 first? You didn't, did you?
A little bit of it. I was asleep for a little bit.
A lot. That's my point. You know, you know that the race, but let me say this: there was some. I want to talk about the good with NASCAR. They let them race back. They did not the first time that wreck at the end. Let's give them. Well, they deserve the credit for that. I was very, very happy to see that. That was definitely a good part. There were parts in that race, guys, that I thought was really, 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 really good. And then it was like, we're watching paint dry right here, and it was with Bubba Wallace and the three Toyotas, and even Kenny Wallace said maybe they should take the telemetry off the TV. And then I'm like, okay, Kenny, now you're insulting our intelligence. Like we don't know that they're not going. I seen people in the stands on Facebook timing them at the start finish line, and it was a 51 something. So there are people out there that are
Mm.
kind of can tell the difference.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know what the answer is. It, it's come to such a science that they're going to try to get every half of a half of a half of a tenth every chance they can. And I think we just kind of got to sit through the boring parts
Yeah,
and wait for the exciting parts. And,
right.
we were there. We actually got to go to Victory Lane. I think Tommy posted a picture. Me and Jamie were in Victory Lane with Austin Hill with RCR. That was pretty cool, but there were parts of that race that were the same way. And I think anytime you go to, it's not just a speedway race. Anytime those races are so long, there's going to be parts that are not exciting. But look at it this way: baseball, basketball, football. There's parts of those games and
Yep.
that are not exciting. So I think we just kind of hold our breath and wait for the big one, or wait for the end of the race to see what's going to happen.
Slade, do you know who Cletus McFarland is?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I met Cletus. I went to Tristan's race in the ARCA series last October or something at Bristol, and I met Cletus. And I thought he was a really awesome guy. He has a lot of followers, but I want your opinion. I heard Freddie Kraft and him talking about this today. I want you, when someone like Cletus comes in and just, here's a truck ride, buddy. I know there's money involved, so we're all very well aware of that. But when someone like Cletus comes in, you've raced two, maybe three ARCA races, didn't set the world on fire, and now because Travis Pastrana said he can drive and he's at Rockingham testing, and my people tells me that he about lost it two or three times, Bert, while he was testing at Rockingham. But Slade, I want your opinion on somebody like Cletus. For the record, Chris Carter loves him. When I met him, it's like we fought in Vietnam together or something. So very awesome guy, and he does a lot for a lot of people, the kids and all that. So I don't want to be misunderstood here, but I think of people like yourself that's going to have to work your way through the ranks, or like Luke Baldwin or some of these people out there that wouldn't you just love to have a here go test at Rockingham and race? What's your opinion on that?
Well, I mean, he's definitely a character for NASCAR. So he's doing NASCAR. I mean, he's good for the sport
Bringing new people in
for sure. He's got a big following on YouTube, so people see that he's racing and might not even know what NASCAR is and all this stuff. So they'll come to the racetrack now to see Cletus, and that's bringing new fans in. So he's a good face for NASCAR. I mean, you don't really have to be the best driver these days. You just got to have the green stuff. So, I mean, that's what it boils down to.
Boy hears way too many behind the scenes conversations.
You know, I wish he wouldn't have wrecked at like lap 17 or whatever. And I don't want to say he is in over his head, but he was in over his head just a little bit. I mean, he didn't know how to react at that speed. You seen it. You're like, uh-oh. And I want to be clear on this that I really think Cletus, I'm like you, Slate, in a way, but I also think about being involved. I'm 60 years old. I'm an old dude, and I've been around a long time. And I think about, I'll go back to Cale. Cale didn't have the money to do that, and his talent, and he outruns Kyle Busch in the truck race. But I'm still waiting on that phone call, and it's never coming. And people that work hard, and even if people pay for their ride, it's almost like I feel like there should be some type of way that you got to work a little harder just to go sit in a NASCAR truck.
Yeah, for sure.
On to the next one.
Yeah.
All right, y'all gonna love this one. And I did steal this one, another one from Humper Clear. All right, everybody knows who y'all know who Natalie Decker is, right? Did y'all hear the radio when she had the wreck?
No.
Did you say?
I listened to the song might have heard a little bit.
All right, that's that. I ain't even gonna go no further.
Listen, she's the same as Cletus. And I've always said, I don't care what color you are, I don't care what gender you are, ethnicity, I don't care. If you can do it, more power to you.
Right.
But when you're in a position because of one of those asterisks, and you don't have the talent, it's a little frustrating for somebody like me because I've been in those situations. I've been in a situation where I tested a truck for Roush
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and was way faster than the people that were there, but they had sponsors lined up and I didn't. So I've been a victim of it. So I can speak on that personally.
Right. Yeah.
What it's turned into is, like I said, it's like NASA anymore. And these guys, when you can learn how to drive a race car on a computer, that's not racing. And I'll tell buddies of mine that live by that. I'll tell them the
Yeah.
same thing. Now, with what it's turned into today, can you hone your craft by going on sim all day long? Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Slate went on sim for 2 weeks leading up to the race year before last that he raced at South Boston. Showed up, there were 28 cars. He qualified 10th. He beat Jimmy Blewett. He beat Ryan Newman.
Right.
He ended up 10th in the race, ran a heck of a race. His first smart race.
Right.
It got him acclimated to what he was looking at.
Mm-hmm.
But as in a modified, it doesn't correlate to me because in a modified, you feel it in your pants.
Right.
When you race on Sunday, you don't feel it in your pants.
Mm-hmm.
You feel it in your mind and you feel it in your wheel and your input.
Mhm.
So that's why you can tune your craft
Right.
on sim racing.
Right.
But at the same time, it's political. It's about TV. It's about business. It's about money. So whenever somebody finds that niche, like a Cletus or a Natalie, and they exploit it, you can't hold it against them. I'll tell you this: I did meet Cletus and talk to him about being on my podcast, and he said he was all in. So I'm
Mhm.
looking forward to that.
When
I
I
remember looking up.
Oh,
It's like
he's
looking at
he's
him.
he's a good dude, big guy.
Listen, took time for the fans. I'm talking about 30 minutes after the race was over, still standing there talking to fans and smiling, and went back to his hauler. Heard him tell the cop, he said, "You're going to have to help me get out of here." They took him back over and he stood another 30 minutes behind his hauler talking to fans and getting pictures and stuff. And that's what it's about. That's what sponsors and partners want to see now is their product being endorsed. So you take a Natalie and you take a Cletus, they're playing the game. So
Cletus has driven just about anything there is to drive out there, especially hanging out with Travis Pastrana. And I do want to reiterate when I was talking, and actually Greg Biffle was there, and a couple of us talking, and Tristan's dad, Lane, and a couple of us, blah blah blah. And I had on my Bowman Gray shirt, and he said, "What's that about?" I'm glad you asked. Would you like to come and drive something? You name it, we'll make it happen. And he was amazing. He really was. Now, just so people out there that don't deserve internet access and happens to be watching tonight, Natalie Decker's never finished better than 29th. Okay, she's had 4 races. She's never finished better than 29th. Haley Deegan. I look at Haley Deegan and I see all this video of her being 14 years old, doing all that stuff she does, and then she gets in a full body car, and it's like, because of her family, she should be able to drive. And I'm not saying she can't, but anyway, yeah, I just wanted y'all's input because you've been in situations before yourself, and he's younger, and I feel like that I agree with what Slate says. Fresh faces, new people, and I think NASCAR is definitely. They had the video with the hell yeah and all that, and I think they're trying to reach out to us instead of the woke people. Not be what you be, do what you do, but the sport that every person in here loves so much was founded on dipping snuff, spitting in a bottle, drinking a Budweiser, and
yeah,
I
I think NASCAR proved that their goal is to focus more on the roots whenever they came back to Bowman Gray. Um, for the Clash to be at Bowman Gray is a no brainer. It just worked perfect, and it showed people that they were coming back home. because that's where it started, was Bowman Gray. So I think there's always pros and cons with all of it. The biggest thing is when you see someone come in, and I'm a true testament that it's about equipment. It's not just about talent anymore. It's about equipment.
Yeah.
And when Kyle Busch, which I was really happy to see Kyle run really good at Daytona, but last year he didn't run so good. Well, it's not Kyle Busch.
Right.
No, it's not Kyle Busch. So it's about, and it's not just about the parts. It's about the knowledge and the testing and the resources that go with it. So there's dude, what we grew up with and what they're doing now is apples and oranges, man.
And that kind of leads me into one of the questions I'm going to ask you when Jason's up here later about how much it's evolved. But the drivers that I with the media access that I talk to off the record, I like to do a lot of stuff off the record. Hey, thank you for being here. I'm an announcer. Blah 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 blah. I don't, people was begging to see what you had to say, but there's a lot of those people that I just like. I probably talked to 12 drivers. Not one driver didn't say they didn't want to come back next year. Excuse me, even with everything that they were dealing with and what was going on. And this was at the end of the night and that was another reason I didn't want to put the camera in their face because they was ready to go. And you talk to way more than I do, but they said they would love to come back to Bowman Gray for the third time.
Yeah, you can't tell me, as decorated as Chase Elliott is, that is not one of his most memorable wins, is winning at Bowman Gray Stadium. Same with Ryan Priest. You saw the emotion in Victory Lane.
Yes.
Yes, that was his first Cup win, but it was because it was at Bowman Gray too. So,
He said it on the radio.
I mean, I've had for 20 years ago, I'd have guys come up, man, I just want to run Bowman Gray one time, just one time. And now they're getting to in their atmosphere, in their cars, in their world. And we never thought that would happen. I never thought it would happen.
Slade, let me ask you this. So we're going into a new season, and we don't have long. We're looking at 2 months and we're racing again. Do you set yourself goals for this new season for you as being a part of this name that just goes so far back? Everybody here knows it. Everybody pretty much watching knows it. But do you sit down with your dad and even with Jason, like, all right, this is what I want to do. Do you have a goal setting deal?
I mean, not really. I don't really think that you should have a goal getting into Bowman Gray, or you're going to end up in the fence. So, you just got to be smart with it. I mean, last year when we came to the 200, I qualified third. I was on the pole until Dad and Tim knocked me off by like 100ths of a second or something.
Yeah.
So, I feel pretty good about the 200 is one of my favorite races of the year. We were very close, a bunch of times, to getting that win, multiple times. So, maybe this year the luck falls in our hands.
I need to ask something else, y'all. Has anybody seen the video where the field is, it's Daytona Sunday's race, and the field is coming to the checkered flag, and a fan runs down to the fence? And this is before they crossed the start finish line. And I had to watch this and I had to cover up my bad eye to make sure it wasn't messing with me. I had to watch it at least 12 times. And it's like, he throws something and it looked like dust. I don't even know. Come to find out, this clown done took his uncle's ashes and tried to throw his ashes out of an urn. And it blew all back. Nobody seen that?
No, I would
Nope.
remember that. Yeah.
I kept watching. I seen smoke or something way before the cars get there, and I'm like, what could have been? So today, my buddy Daniel at H&H Auto Repair showed me, and sure enough, he threw. And now, last year I went to Mobile to announce, and we're out there and the meet and greet and all that, and this guy comes up and Bert, he had an urn. He said, "Mr. Carter, this is my uncle's ashes, and we'd like to spread them on the start finish line." I said, "Get to spreading, bud."
Yeah.
He said, "Hold on, I got to go get my other uncle." So he went and got that, and he asked me, he said, "Would you say a prayer?" Yeah, so let's take our hats off. And I said a prayer, and he spread those ashes in. And it was to me is the man took his foot and put the ashes into the track. And I'm like, what is he doing? But anyway,
Wow.
that's one of those you'll never ever forget moments. How many wins this year, Slate? 3?
6 or 7.
Oh, Jason, did you hear that?
Couldn't help it.
6 or 7.
That's why he did it.
I can't help it.
Max ain't paying attention. Oh my goodness.
6 or 7? Huh? Maybe. Probably.
Probably.
Oh, okay.
That'd be nice. What'd you have? 5?
I had
last year?
5 last year.
Yeah?
Yeah, had 5 last year.
That is I
Steve-
want to do something for you. I'll let you go, Slade. I want to read something. Our guy Justin Mincy changed his phone number on me. Boy, I had to chase this stuff right here. You hear me? All right, and what I'm saying, this is for the listeners because everybody here pretty much knows this, but I want y'all to listen to this for all you listeners out there because like the Clash, I think it brought me like 5,000 something new followers. It's crazy how that works.
Mhm.
Burt Myers, 11-time modified champion Bowman Gray, second most behind Tim Brown, 103 career wins at Bowman Gray. One of 27 drivers and won a race in 3 different divisions, modified sportsman and Wheeling Southern Modified Tour, 1995 Bowman Gray Modified Rookie of the Year, 5-time most popular driver at Bowman Gray, 58 modified poles. Do you know who's first and second?
What polls?
Yeah,
It's got to be Tim.
Tim and who else? I bet he could answer it.
I don't know.
Who has the most poles, Mr. Phillip? Paul Radford.
Okay.
Paul Radford.
Tim
Well-
told me one time years ago. He said if I could sit on every pole, I didn't care if I won a race or not.
Really?
And I'm just the opposite.
You want to win?
I want to win a race. There's only one lap that pays.
That's right. Yeah, the pay windows after the last lap. Slate, you've had 58 modified starts at Bowman Gray,
Dang.
Wow, has he had that many?
according to Justin Mincy.
Well,
And
Justin's usually not wrong.
when I read this, I was like, "That's Jason. It doesn't seem like that, does it? 58 starts. It's crazy to me."
Wow.
I'm not going to argue with Justin Mincy.
No.
4 top 5s, 17 top 10s.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be just fine, bud. Promise.
I hope so.
And Jason Myers, who's fixing to join us shortly, 2001 Street Stock champion, 58 career wins, 10th most all time. Jason is also one of 27 drivers to win in 3 different divisions, modified street stock and the Wayland Southern Modified Tour. Jason is one of 10 drivers to win Rookie of the Year in 2 divisions. And there's a bunch of names that's done it, but I'm not going to read them. 1999 Street Stock Rookie of the Year, 2003 Modified Rookie of the Year, 5-time most popular driver, 3 in the Modified, 2 in the Street Stock, 34 modified poles, tied for 8th place with Ralph Brinkley. That's pretty impressive right there. The Myers family as a whole, 240 wins for the Myers family, most wins ever by a family at Bowman Gray, 100 and he can't type very well. No, I'm lying. 161 wins for Bert and Jason. Most wins ever by a set of brothers.
Sounds good to me.
160.
The part they should worry about is we're not done yet.
Still a lot to buy. Yeah, I mean, it's and
What's Doc Holliday say? I'm in my prime.
right,
I'm
Right.
not done.
right.
Yeah.
And think
Listen, we love it. What would I do if I quit? What am I gonna do?
so. All right, stop right there.
I'm not gonna go fishing. Kim wants me to go to the beach, but I'm not going to the beach. But this is what we do.
Bart, if you don't race, what do you do?
Well, I don't know. I think it's easy for me because it's the same way with our dad. When he quit, it was easy for him to still be involved with me and Jason, and with Slate and then Max coming shortly. We're always going to be there. We're always going to be doing it. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's
I mean, I enjoy fishing, but I enjoy golf. But I
really.
mean,
You play golf?
I play golf. I attempt golf.
Yeah.
I'm not very good, but I enjoy it. But I'm not going to choose that over racing.
Right,
I can't think of anything I'd choose to do on purpose.
right.
If I racing.
If I tried to play golf, I'd look like a drunk penguin. It'd be golly. Slate, what do you see yourself doing in 10 years from now in a race car?
In a race car?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know yet. I really don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen this year.
Right, right, right. So I get out of Slate the times that he's been on this show and just talking to him is Slate's a as it comes and goes kind of guy. There's this let's get in a race car. I want to race. And the results is the results. And we'll if it's a bad result, we'll build on that and make a better result. If it's a winning result, we want to win three more after that, is the way I take this. Seems like his demeanor is a lot like y'all's and your dad's.
I'd
is
say he
just,
gets it
let's win.
honest.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's in his genes. It's in his blood. That's just part of it.
Yeah, you got to have a like with him. My situation was different because it was funny because when I first started, all of the big time owners in big time NASCAR racing wanted a 30-year-old driver that wasn't going to tear their equipment up.
Right. Right.
Then when I got a resume, then now all they want is a 17-year-old driver that's going to bring a big pocketbook. So I kind of got skipped over. But listen, I'm blessed to be able to. As I've said before, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you today if I'd have made it. I used to pray to make it. I think
Yeah.
I've told this story. Just let me make it. Just let
Yeah,
me make it.
right.
And I didn't know what I didn't. I thought I knew what I meant. I wouldn't be where I am today.
Right.
I think God probably knew at that time in my life I probably couldn't handle it. So I got to him, I couldn't handle it. So he didn't give it to me. So, but look, we enjoy what we do. We love what we do. We do it as a family.
Mm-hmm.
And it's what we do. It's not we've said it's cliche, but it's not a hobby. It's a lifestyle.
Right.
It's all we know.
Well, that's when I went and interviewed you at the Clash, it was seeing Kim and everybody, just the whole family close by with the garage pit, the pit pass, and all that, and it's like it's refreshing to me to see the family. And you told me, you're up against some heavy hitters, and you're just behind the eight ball. You said that to me, and I immediately said, "But Bert, are you having fun?" And you didn't blink. You said yes, and that's what it's about. And that to me, you know, the odds aren't in your favor, but you still go out and give it your all, and
Well, as
that
a-
speaks
In
volumes.
a situation like the Clash with me and the Cup car, we knew what we were up against.
Mhm.
But as a racer, there's always that glimmer of hope. There's always that fire that tells you if things go just right,
Mhm.
I just might get in the show. For 2 years in a row now, that hasn't proven itself. But as a racer, you don't even if it's races that you feel like you know that, man, I'm probably not going to win this race. There's always that chance.
Right.
Maybe you know what, I'm going to win. So when I tell people that we go to win, that's what we do is go to win. So
I'm a sports fanatic. Okay. Of course, Alabama's more my heart is, but I took $3 and bet on Burt Myers to win the Clash,
sorry.
and I would have bought Choice Tire and Automotive.
If I'd have hit it, you'd have hit big, yeah. I can't actually. A lot of people may not know this. You have to take gambling training whenever you have a cup. It's probably the top 3 series, but to get my cup license, I have to do gambling training. I'm not allowed to gamble professionally on racing, so I'm not in that world anymore. I used to love to do DraftKings, but
I did it for you.
they won't let me anymore. So
I just got a text that said, "Ask Max if he likes Christian McCaffrey and if he has any memorabilia." Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah. I like the Panthers, so I would like Christian McCaffrey, and also I like the 49ers a little bit too. And he also plays for them because he got traded.
So, do we need to talk to Johnny Tilley, one of the sponsors here at Talking Circles with Chris Carter, about some memorabilia, maybe?
Yeah. On Saturday Christmas.
So you did get something.
Yeah, I got a signed like plastic helmet, and there was like a picture of him signing the helmet.
You big time now, ain't you? All right, they text me and wanted me to ask you that, and that's Johnny Tilley, JTV. I do want to give a big shout out to Sykes Metal Roof and Coger Plumbing and the dentist at Kernersville for being a big part of tonight's live, and also that this show, Talking Circles with Chris Carter, is presented by J&T Services, which is Jimmy Brown and his lovely wife, Miss Teresa. And we appreciate that. And as you know, Bert, these sponsors and what they do for these podcasts and stuff is is awesome. I couldn't do it without the help that I get. I mean, and there's a lot of bartering and trading going on and what have you, but that's I want to talk about when Jason gets on and do you got to go? Like go leave the area?
No, I don't have to.
Okay, let's get Jason on.
Yeah. Well, first of all, everybody know. Thank you to Eric and Scott for having us here at
Yep.
Choice. It's tough for us sometimes to get to different locations, but whenever Eric asked us to come to Choice Tire and Automotive to be a part of the podcast tonight, it was a no-brainer. They do so much for us. They sponsor all three of the miners modified. So thank you to those guys for helping us. I always tell people, you help us financially to get in victory lane so we can promote you to help you financially. It's a snowball effect.
That's
So,
exactly right.
but glad to be here. We were here just the other day getting our tires on my truck. Slate got an oil change. I got an oil change. Got some other stuff done. So if you need anything done on your vehicle,
Absolutely.
anything, trust me, anything. If they can't do it here, they can put you in place with somebody that can. So
So I
I'm gonna let Jason take my seat. So,
I'm gonna let Slate. I asked Slate, did he have? What is he gonna
I
leave?
get
Leave?
kicked out.
Slate's getting kicked out.
Not kicked out of off the premises. But
I rode with him. So
let me tell you this real quick. How this all come about? Eric, I come to Eric and I promised him we was going to do a show, and I did the live at tea time last week. And Tiffany's got a. Let me go ahead and tell y'all how dumb I am if you didn't already know. So I did the show at 5 Points Tire and Auto. We went to a Cat 8 cable for our Ethernet. And so went to Tiffany's and we couldn't do nothing. My producer right there, Patrick Stevens, I'm like, hey man, don't panic. I got a Cat 8 right over there. Me, him, and Sydney, we dug and tore the place apart. And guess what? I can't find my Cat 8. So there I'm all very, very frustrated. And I told Patrick, shut it down. We're done. Today, this evening, we already got a new one. Guess what's in that bag?
he found it.
That Cat 8. But anyway, I come to talk to Eric, and he said to me, "What about Jason, Slate, and Bert, and Kel?" In my head, I'm going, "How are you?" Okay, yes, absolutely. In my head, I'm going, if you get this going, then I said, wait. If we don't have Max, we don't have them none. So but anyway, I've said it and I do appreciate all y'all. This is a big deal to me to have y'all on here. And but I do want to help promote the Orange Bumper podcast.
Thank you.
I feel like that I learned, just like watching Door Bumper Clear today, watching Dale Jr. today. Very good stuff. And I learn a lot from even your show.
Yeah.
I learn a lot. I take notes, believe it or not, in my phone. And I feel like if when I managed a racetrack, when I was at Sunny South Raceway back in 08, I'd always look up there because it was a quarter-mile track at Slinger. I'd always, what are they doing at Slinger? What are they doing at Lanier? I'd copy? They don't know I'm copying them, but it's the same thing with this podcast stuff. I like watching a lot of different stuff and all that. But we're gonna let your Uncle Jason come in, and then we're gonna have you back. And what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna keep y'all much longer, okay? But after we get Jason, I want you three to kind of close us out. Y'all three up here by yourself, if y'all do that for me. So we
Yep.
get Jason.
It's funny you say that because we try to keep our podcast limited on time, and the next thing you know, it's been 2 hours.
Well, that is my show. Usually does it's a 2 hour show,
Yeah.
but I'm real funny about starting on time. That's I've
Yeah.
been through about 3 producers.
It's not live, so you got to make sure.
I'll be asleep for too long, so we're limited on that.
Check.
Check.
Okay,
That
can you hear
sounds
me?
good. That sounds good. That sounds really good.
Doesn't it?
So
Like, how much cord have I got? I don't want to be. All right.
Go easy.
I mean, we
I
can bring the
don't wanna
table
be-
toward us a little bit if you need to.
I don't want to make it look like I got
I
a
don't
trick in my
the
knee.
last 2 guests didn't have a problem. I don't know what's
Jason, I got something like this works.
Come on in.
I watched Dale Jr. download
Yeah.
Jay Hedgecock.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was good stuff. That was good stuff. We didn't get anything done that day. Jay was gone.
Have
Don't
you
tell him I
watched?
said that. I watched a little bit of it. I heard. I'm sitting there. I don't remember what I was doing. I got a text message and it says, "You driving for Jay Hitchcock now?" And I'm like, "That's random." Well, before I could respond, I got another one from another number. "You driving for Jay Hitchcock now?" I'm like, "Let me see what's going on." So then, yeah, I saw where Jay, and then yeah, but that was cool though. I did
Very,
saw
yeah.
Dale Jr. and Jay were talking about me a little bit.
That was really cool. And Dale Jr., when he said your name, it's like, really? I mean, he knew exactly to a T who it was, and that
I
was
mean yeah, I've met Dale Jr. a couple times over the years, but I mean that just shows you the ties of NASCAR of how deep, and like you said, the family. This we go back a long way. I mean, even though we've been at Bowman Gray for 100 years, it's still NASCAR. It's still, those guys are familiar with what we do. Not just from the TV stuff, not just before the Clash. They know those guys watch racing. They're race fans too. You don't think NASCAR drivers don't watch racing on racetracks on?
I was so intrigued because I mean, I've been here 15 years. It's the stuff that I learned about Jay Hitchcock was like, what? Are y'all serious? He said that was so just a dude's a I don't normally cuss, but he's a bad at that.
Yeah.
He was the real deal. So, but anyway, I hope that materializes and something comes out of that.
Yeah.
But he did share your life story. He worked for UPS, and then he makes ham sandwiches. Then he goes to work for me, and it's like really, so it's pretty intriguing there. So, Jason, how's things been going?
Good. Yeah. Wide open.
Smart tour starting here real soon, right?
Yeah. It looks like I'm probably going to be wearing the crew chief deal for a little bit.
Has he asked you yet?
He hadn't. Did I ask him if he's running yet?
You talked to Jason? He
Well,
said,
I did.
"Well, I'm going to." I said,
Well, I just found out tonight that he was running for sure. Like, I
Well,
know y'all had talked about it.
He's running Florence.
That
As
I'll-
of right now.
That's what I. Yeah. That's when
Is that the
Jenny
first race?
Yeah.
Jenny asked me. She said, "Are you crew chief in Slate?" And I said, "Well, I think he's running Florence, so I'll be there." After that, we'll go from there. And just like me, somebody said, "Hey, what are you gonna do this year?" I said, "I'm going to Caraway March the 14th, and then after that, I'll
Right.
see what I got left."
Let me ask you, Jason, outside of Bowman Gray, when you go to these other tracks, do you have a track that stands out? Like I was asking little Kel, is there a track that you really, really like driving at?
It used to be.
That used to be?
Used to be Concord. God, Bert, how much fun is that?
I go to PSR. When I go to PSR, I go by there as Copart.
That's
That's
crazy.
Well, the Concord was
That's
fun.
a great
A
spot.
lot of them anymore. I used to. I was like, "Oh man, this was my favorite," because I won there or something. You know what I mean? But it's like Ace is a lot of fun. God, Orange County's fun. Franklin County, like a lot of these racetracks are they're super fun to drive on. Some of them are more fun to race on than they are to drive. Wilkesboro's fun to drive. It's a modified. Everywhere's fun.
Right? That's a
but
good point.
this
I've never thought about that. That's a good point.
this is so cool though, and I should already been looking. I try to at least correspond with the listeners and everything. And so first thing I see is, okay, now I know I'm going to Florence. Thanks for the update. See what I mean? It's just how this stuff works, They probably ain't been. I mean, y'all would make that announcement sooner or later, but the sooner someone like this guy right here, Michael Branch, and thank you for tuning in, Johnny Tilley, is in. I mean, that's
Nice coming. Nice coming.
Thanks, man. That's
all right. Well, let's.
nobody. We haven't seen this guy.
If we let everybody know tonight Slate's running, we'll have enough for a picnic down there.
It's working out, son.
We got it, Slate. You don't even have to ask me. We're gonna have it. Are you coming? Are you gonna be there? I'll have my helmet in the truck just in case. Ooh.
You heard him say he pours water on him and gets tired.
No.
So can't believe it.
Maybe Kim would take him to the beach.
Oh,
Oh, that'd be sweet.
And
Wouldn't
then
it?
they just stay down there, and then I'll drive for Florence. That'd
Dustin
be all right.
Dustin Marshall asked, Jason, do you love being a crew chief?
I do. I honestly, I had a lot of fun with Slate. I got to where I wasn't having fun on the Smart Tour,
Mm-hmm.
so I didn't want to do it anymore.
Right.
Then the opportunity came to help Slate, and I was like, I really do want to help Slate. I feel like he could use my help. I
Right.
could really be, beneficial.
he's fine.
Oh, you ain't need no help. And then when we got to doing it, we literally almost won the first race of the year
Mhm.
right out of the
Right,
box.
yeah.
Should have. Smart.
Should have.
Smart can count.
If Smart could count, we would have won the first race of the year, or at least finished second. And
They weren't
and
very smart.
and it actually ended up being fun. I had way more fun. I'm not saying crew chiefing's more fun than driving because
Right.
I'm not there. I still want to be behind the wheel.
Mhm.
But crew chief and slate on the Smart Tour was more fun than racing on the Smart Tour, if that makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
And he's a good listener. He listens. I love it.
He listens to Jason.
He won't listen to Bernie. He won't. I got to separate him at the garage. It's awful.
Yep. But you know what, y'all? I mean, and somebody that I'm very familiar with heard it for so many years, Bubba Gale and Kale. Okay. Think of Joey Logano and his dad. You know, the people around Joey Logano is like, your dad is horrible. That's a, it's a different type of relationship. You know, dad can say things at a normal spot or whatever. And same thing with Kale. They was like Bubba. Well, he was smarter than a lot of them actually. So it was fun. You know, at some point, you know, they was like, okay, he races for us. It's time to take a step back. But do you feel like that you can talk to Slate different or maybe get through than Bert?
I can say the exact same thing to Slate that Bert said, and he'll hear it completely different than he heard it
Makes
coming from
sense.
Bert.
That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and I've got to let him. I've got to let him learn that because I don't get between them when they get to bicker back and forth. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, that bad. I mean, it's not that bad, but I mean, they, you know, it does get. You know, he does hear it from me a lot better. You know, and I feel like he trusts me,
Yeah.
and I trust him when I tell him that he's listening, and I'm pretty proud of him. And the kids,
We
yeah,
have
he's impressed me.
we have a listener. We have a question here. Just talking to this microphone, young man.
I have a question for you, Dad. Will you be racing like Carter Red and all that, or will you be helping Slate?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Because last year you said you might run them and then you didn't.
Yeah, I might have let my family down just a tad
This is
last
what we
year
call Front
because
Street.
they were right, front and center. Yeah, he was wanting. My wife and my daughters were all like, "Will you run Carteret? Like, we want to go to the beach." And I was like, I'll try." Well, then I got so deep in with Slate, I couldn't leave him hanging to go to those races down there. So I was like, "Look, we'll still go to the beach. I'm just not driving. Everything's the same. I'm just not driving." But it wasn't the same. You know what I mean? It's not the same
Right.
for me, and it's definitely not the same for them. You know, they obviously would go support Slate and Bert. But it's just not the same without me out there. So yeah,
How do y'all like Carteret County?
what do
We
you?
love it.
Everybody loves Clinton County.
Jason, you remember that time? I don't know how me and you ended up.
Every time you start a story with, "Do you remember that time?" That's probably not going in a good direction because probably I don't. More than likely,
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Was at 34 North. Then we was at another place. Like, how we ended up to all these places together? Bert, we had a blast.
we did. We did.
We
You weren't there. You weren't there when party bus in the parking lot. Remember?
Yeah, we take tank.
Were you there that night?
No,
When the
not
party
now.
bus, the girls coming out the window trying to, they was, oh yeah, they were fighting out the. I watched a grown woman try to climb out the emergency exit window of a short bus, leg first,
Yeah.
not knocking the other window out for full window, the half window,
that
leg
place.
first. My kids are there. We're just trying to eat because it's the only place open after the race.
Was y'all at Riptides?
Yeah.
It's at Riptide. This is awesome, man. It's so good. I had the crash cam fries.
The guy with the one, he had a
Right.
prosthetic
Remember
leg and he was swinging it at the girl
He was-
that was
yep.
trying to come off. Like, and they seemed to be okay. Like they had normalized it to where I hadn't yet. I'm still processing what's going on. And like it seemed odd that it was normal for them that that kind of stuff was going on. We don't really do that in Kernersville, but
You know, Bobby Watson hired me as the general manager there, and one of the first things about being in Carteret County, I was there about my fifth day, and y'all, the pictures and everything would rattle and all that, and there ain't a cloud in the sky. And finally, I was like, y'all, can you tell me why are pictures like fixing to come off the wall? It sounds like thunder, but there's not a cloud in the sky. And I'll never forget the old girl that worked there named Kathy. She went, boy, that's the sound of freedom. And because right there from Camp Lejeune all the way, you can go through Swansboro. They've got the test, what do you call it? Touch and go stuff they do. Totally amazing. But some of the best people I've ever been associated with.
They treat you right. It's a
yes,
good place. It's nice. Because there's a lot of places, I'm not going to say any names, but there's a lot of places we go to that are, even if it's not just about the racetrack or the racing, it's just how we're treated. Um, like, well, I won't go into detail. I just will say that when we go to Carteret County, it's always fun. It's always fun.
It's bless Bob's heart. If he knew a little bit about racing more than he does, he would be really, really good. But Travis Provost is there as the general manager now, and Travis is a racer, and I think he's doing good. I really think, and this it's not nothing I wouldn't tell Bob straight to his face is when they had Mayfield there, they should have held on to him
Yeah.
because Jeremy Mayfield was starting to turn things around that quick, and I'm not going to get into all that, but something happened and he left. And so, but anyway, love that place. And yeah, me and Jason had a good time. I think we did go to Riptides, 34 North Riptides and some other place. But anyway, good times. Long as we didn't go across that bridge, the Emerald Isle Bridge.
Yeah.
That's when it gets ugly. That's when you camp out on the beach or call a Uber or something. Jason, when you and Bert are out there racing against each other, this is something I always wanted to ask with you two together. Is he still your brother out there, or is he just another competitor?
He's still Bert.
Still Bert.
Yeah, he's still Bert. You still don't want him behind you. You know what I mean? I'm like, even it's weird. Like it's weird. You can't. It's not like I know he's not gonna wreck me, but I still don't want him behind me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't like. I feel like when we're side by side and we're racing, I don't race him quite like I do everybody else because, like when we first started racing, it was like, look, don't wreck each other. Okay,
Yeah.
number one,
That's
don't
what
wreck
Daddy
each
would
other.
say. Just don't wreck each
Don't
other.
wreck each other. You know, win or lose, just don't wreck each other.
Right.
The last thing I ever want to do is make a mistake to where I cost both of us, whether we're running fourth and fifth, or first and second, or eighth and ninth. I don't want to be the one that does something stupid that takes
Right,
both
yeah.
of us out of the race. So I'm making sure I'm giving him all I got, but I'm making sure I don't do anything stupid.
Same here.
So I'm probably giving more than I should, but like I said, also I'm not going to tear my race car up racing with this guy. You know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna tear it up, I'm racing with somebody that's worth tearing up. Like, I don't want to tear both of them up and then we're in the shop all week,
Right, yeah.
working side by side, fixing each other. You know what? It's just don't put yourself in that.
Bert, let's just say 2026, Jason Myers is the modified track champion. What would that mean to you?
I mean, a lot. The last time he had a shot at it, I was his biggest fan. A couple years ago, going into the last race, he had a real shot at it, and it didn't work out. But if you, yeah, I mean, I would want it. It's kind of like with your brother. It's kind of like with your dad or your son or anything else. Like I remember Daddy joking about at the time. I didn't believe it, but he said he let me win my first race. I beat him off the outside pole, and I won my first race, and I beat my dad to do it. And he said years later, "Oh, I'll let you win. I'll let you win." I'm like, "Bull crap! I took it to you." Now having a son, I'm like, "Did he let me?
Did he? So
Maybe."
you take that away from me.
So he let me beat him. So it's the same way, man. Yeah, I'd love for. How can I say this? All right, at Christmas, okay, I would rather give gifts than receive gifts because the joy I get for seeing joy in somebody else. I'd love for Jason to be able to experience that. Slate and my dad never got a championship at the stadium. And listen, here's the thing: it's not always about equipment or talent or anything. It's about being in the right place at the right time, especially at Bowman Gray Stadium. I've seen guys come in over there, and there was one guy in particular. I'm not going to say his name because I'm not knocking it. First season he raced modified. He finished 14th. They drew him on the pole and he won a race. Later in the year, he finished 14th. They drew him on the pole and he won the second race. Later in the year, he finished 16th. They drew him on the pole and won a race. And he won. It was like 3 wins was the most wins of the year. He won most wins of the year. And you're like, well, yeah, but he finished 14th. But guess what? In the book, it's still a win. So it's not just about equipment and talent and everything else. You got to be at the right place, right time. And I've been fortunate enough in my career to have partners and stuff with Philip and CitraSafe now and my dad, obviously, that we were able to cash in on some stuff.
All right. Jason, have you ever thought of Max racing Millbridge if you wanted to race? This
Yeah.
is the listeners.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. He talks. I keep telling him, I'm gonna let him be a kid as long as I can. Like, and not that I'm dragging it out, but I know once he starts racing, we're probably not gonna play much more basketball or baseball or, I know it's in his blood already. So once he sits in the seat the first time, I think it's just gonna light a fuse in him. And Zach Clifton has offered his daughter's go kart. Hey,
Really? Yeah.
bring Max over here, let him ride it, see what he thinks. And I'm
Does he
like
know that?
he kind of does. We talked we talked about it. We talked about it at a dinner get together we had that was right before Christmas, and so I was like, yeah, let me get through Christmas. Like obviously I work at UPS, so Christmas is crazy.
Mhm.
And then we had the Clash coming up, at the end of February. I mean, at the end of January. So it was like, let me get through this to where I
Right.
can
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
and then when the weather gets right, we'll figure something out. We'll get him a little seat time and see how it goes. But I got a feeling I know what's coming. And he knows, dude. I remember being 10 years old and my dad. I remember being exactly like that. I was
Right,
that
yeah.
age. My dad was
Yeah.
racing at Bowman Gray, and I'm sitting up in the stands cheering him on every week, and that's where I wanted to be. Was down
Yep.
there, but I want that to be my trophy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I know it's coming.
I'm going to ask you both. Sitting right there in front of y'all is a man that's got he's a Bowman Gray legend. What does that man Philip Smith mean to y'all too? I'm gonna start with you, Bert, because he has been behind y'all. Miss Karen just actually had said something about that on the post. But tell us what Phil. I want to know what that man right there means to y'all.
Well, he's like a second dad to me. He's a big plus, I'll tell you. He'll tell you he is.
We're talking for y'all listening. We're talking about Philip Smith once again, who is
Yeah. Listen, I remember when he tried to get my dad to drive for him, and then Daddy finally started driving for Philip. Philip asked me to drive his car, and I said, as long as Daddy's racing, we're not even going to talk about it because he was planning, I'm sure. And then I'll never forget the day we were in our shop, and it was me and Philip and Daddy leaned up on the back of a Toyota pickup truck, and Daddy said, "I'm done. I'm quitting." And Philip looked at me and said, "Are you ready now?" And then that's when I started driving for Philip. I don't even know what year that was. 04, 05, maybe, something like that. It was a long time ago. And yeah, he's been there ever since. He's a big supporter. And like I said, he's like a second dad to me.
Yeah.
I see him my favorite part's when he calls me and says, "You got any eggs?" Because he's picks on me about being a chicken farmer. And I give him some eggs and stuff. But no, Philip I love him.
Chicken farmer.
I'm a
You got
chicken farmer. I got
three-
chickens.
3 chickens. He's got 3 chickens in his backyard.
We had 10.
2 in the house.
We had we had one in the house. No, I'm just kidding. Coyotes keep getting my darn chickens. Anyway, no, Philip, I love him. He's yeah.
What about you, Jason?
I don't have any chickens.
Yeah. Well,
You want any? Yeah, I grew up as a kid watching Philip Smith. And the time that was really very memorable, like core memories, was the Philip Smith, my dad, Junior Miller, hate to say his name, but the Billy Middleton, the Ralph Brinkley, Frank Fleming, those guys. And when I first started racing, like I think if Philip hadn't have come in and taken Bert to where, like, that's what left me the 4 car.
Mhm.
Like that's what put me in my
Wow.
that's what put me in my dad's equipment,
Mhm.
which was formerly some of Bert's old equipment.
Right.
When Bert was driving for my dad in the 4 car, because my dad was in the number 1 car that Philip owned. When my dad stepped out, not only did it give Bert that ride, but it gave me all my dad's equipment. So that's when, I'd already started racing by then, but I
Right.
wasn't competitive. I wasn't where I needed to be. And then kind of when that happened and that transition happened, like Philip is what took me to the next level too of where I needed to be to where I could be competitive.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, without Philip, I don't know where our road would have, it would have skewed off into some crazy direction, I'm sure. But yeah, Philip's is just as big a part of this as our dad. I mean, it's been there from basically day one. We raced against him for a couple years there, but
Growing up, who was faster between the two of you?
And what do you mean?
Just, I mean, was it? We know about the records, but did y'all ever have like family competition? All right, tonight I'm kicking your tail, Bert.
he's
Bert."
never been around Bowman Gray as fast as I have.
That's true. Not on record.
Not on record.
Really?
Mhm. Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
When you can tell the story.
Well, the year was it when they paved
The
it?
first year when they paved it.
When they paved the track, when Tim set the track record,
Mhm.
he ran a 12:965. I ran a 12:980. Nobody else has ever run under 13 seconds.
Yeah, I was like
Me, Bert ran a 13 like 0001 or something crazy, but me and Tim were the only two. So I've got I'm faster than Bert.
I'll tell you this: in basketball, Jason was a little better than I was, and when we play golf, it kills me because he's a little better than I am.
So
He can usually edge me out by a couple strokes, and the thing about Jason is like I feel like I'm trying really, really hard at golf, and I'm focusing, I'm studying, what am I doing wrong, what am I doing right?
And I swing with a cigarette in my mouth.
Jason gets up there with a cigarette in his mouth at no effort, and he hits one right down the middle. So, yeah.
Is there ever,
You can teach fundamentals, you can't teach talent.
has there ever been that y'all can recall, let's just say in the modifieds, where you was that pissed at one another that you had the cooler heads prevail afterwards? That yeah,
One time.
one
Yeah,
time.
one
And
time
our
at
stories are different.
one time at Caraway.
You tell.
It's the same story, it's just two different versions. Like we went 3 wide.
No, it's the right version and the fair version.
It's the same story. It just comes out of your mouth the same as it comes out of mine, so it changes who the person is. When I say he took me 3 wide with a lap car and we didn't make it, his story is he took me 3 wide with a lap car and we didn't make it.
Behind the lap.
He pinned me in behind a lap car, and I wasn't gonna let that happen.
So whose fault is that? You can't. It was either run over me or run over the lap.
All right, we went 3 wide, and I was in the middle. So
I pinned you in behind a lap car.
your
And you
pedal,
crashed us.
your pedals work too.
The next week, I think I came back with like a snide saying on my car or something. Like it lasted a couple weeks, but
It was one of those to where I don't know if I don't know if I ever told you. No, it was one of those to where it maybe the week before or a couple weeks before, I had heard him. He was talking about Junior. He said, I pinned him in behind the lap car and that old son of a wasn't going to go. I pinned him, like he was laughing about it. Like he thought he was going to pin him. When he tried to do that to me, I'm not going to be the same end of that story that he's telling about Junior. So we're either going to crash.
so you wrecked me.
Wrecked him, hell. I didn't wreck you. Wrecked us. You wrecked us.
Like I said, two different versions.
He was mad, so I feel like deep down he internalized the feelings that he thought he was at blame. That's why he was so mad, but he was projecting it that it was my fault. But really deep down he knew it was his fault.
No, it's bad.
So-
I will say, Chris, that's the only time.
That's the only time. Yeah, I mean that was once.
And
that
you were in the 7.
that was
That's what made it even worse is
I was probably in the way.
we were both driving for my dad.
Oh wow.
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
what made it worse.
Yeah.
I had the leftover at
Here we go. I mean, what I'm saying is we were both driving for my dad. So when we took each other out, you can imagine what Daddy said about it.
Oh yeah.
Such a dumbass.
Yeah, we made sure. Like you said, I made sure since then
And never since then.
learned a lesson. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What year was that?
Dude, I don't know. I started.
When I started going for Philip was 04, 05. So it had to been before that.
I started driving. The last year Daddy ran modifieds at the stadium was 03, because that's the first year I started.
I know I was in Daddy's when we built that new car in '99. when I won Myrtle Beach in 1999. So it had to have been right there around 2000. Had to be. So 26 years later, we still knock on wood. We
That's
haven't.
pretty awesome.
26 years later, and he still won't take accountability. You see that?
I know what you're thinking. She's thinking about the time I rear-ended her on the highway, but it was her fault. She checked up in front of me. So same thing. Two different versions. of the
Checked
same
up.
Same story, two different versions. Yeah.
Wow, didn't block me. I didn't have any choice but to.
Hey, I do want to give a shout out. I was going to have scheduling conflicts. I had a conflict of schedule. I do want to give a shout out to a couple of drivers. Little Charlie Evans, he's a Bandolero driver. He was going to be on tonight. He will be on next week. Want to give him and his dad a shout out. Y'all check him out on Facebook, Charlie Evans. You know who that is. Joe, y'all know him because they talked about y'all at the expo. And also, there's a young lady. She's out of Georgia. She's going to be racing the pro trucks at Cordell this season for 2026. Her name's Krista Steele. And I reached out to her dad at them because Bert and Jason, this girl, this young lady, she just I seen her making videos, doing this, and I kept watching, and finally I was like, you know what? Yeah, our Cam's Corner brought to you by Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue was with Kel. I like to have these young kids on this show. That I've been doing it since day one. But when I see a young lady market herself like that, and she's even got her own coffee. I mean, she's got her own coffee and everything she's doing right. So I want to give Krista Steele a big shout out. Krista Steele Racing on Facebook, if y'all will, go follow her. Don't cost you a dime, and a lot of this starts with people getting a big following and just pound, pound, pound. A lot of times these kids, some of these kids are the parents are saying, okay, I've got Mr. Frank over here and he's going to do everything for you. And you know that kid is not writing that on that page or whatever. So to see her go out and do what she's done and is doing, I wanted to make sure. But she'll be on next week and it's going to be another good show. I'm getting ready to wind this down. Max is getting restless. He's over there doing cartwheels. He's in his underwear. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just kidding.
Don't be around
Uh,
Michael Jordan.
You, do you want to come up for a second?
See that?
Do y'all mind if Philip comes up and y'all talk just for a minute?
That's
that
why he came.
All right.
You want? You want?
I want y'all to. I want to.
Me and Philip and Jason.
Yep.
All right. Go. Well,
Yeah, come around the
get
back.
around.
Trip over in the forwards.
Come on, Doc. What do you want to do?
What you want me to do?
Some of the stories you know when we're going to do, Bert. What do you want him to do? What do you want?
One story I just want.
Hold on. You can put these on, son.
Put these on.
Well, that way you can hear yourself talk, and you'll know when you can hear in the microphone. There, you can hear.
Okay.
There we go. There we
What
go.
story you want to tell?
I just want to tell one story. Bert started driving for me, and I think it was a 200 lapper over at the stadium, and I think we lost a cylinder. Just about 10 or 12 laps to go, and Bert kept hollering, "Do you want me to park it? Do you want me to park it?" I said, "Well, I don't know." Then I finally said, "Go for it," and he won the race. Cost me about 25,000. But I remember that story real good. We've had some good times together, and I just don't know. It's just a crazy hobby that we've enjoyed over the years, and we always got along. I've had to, Bert and Jason, sometime back years ago, they used to argue and fuss. I've had to get between them a time or two. That's when they were younger.
Well, we still argue. We just don't feel like walking across the shop. Do anything about it.
One thing I've heard Philip say that I'm proud of is I've heard him say that you never had a crossword with my daddy. I enjoy hearing that.
That's true. And you and I never had a crossword.
No?
Not to my knowledge.
No,
Yeah, I don't think any of us have.
I just,
it's me and you, but that don't count.
No.
you was telling a story a while ago about your dad, about beating your dad off the line. if the same situation come between you and Slate, what would happen?
Man, I don't know till the time comes. I don't know. I mean, my thing is I think Slate would feel the same way. I don't want you to let me win. I want to earn it. And at the time, I thought I did, but I don't know if he, like I said, after racing with Slate now, I don't know that that's the truth, but I don't want you to give it to me. I want to earn it.
Yeah.
So-
Mine was the same way. Daddy was driving Philip's car, except I was on the inside. I didn't meet him off the outside.
My
So
second
I
man
had
was
prime
on
posi-
the inside.
I had prime position, so he had an excuse of me beating him. But yeah, now that I look back, it's like, did he really? Did he try?
You know what? It don't matter.
It don't. It don't. It don't.
It don't
don't.
matter. Oh Lordy.
It don't. But yeah, I mean, the next generation's coming. I mean, these kids. I mean, not just Slate, the other two. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's our next generation coming.
Yeah.
They talk about it at the during the 500, those young guys. But these are our short track next generation.
Well, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Jim. So I'll tell you, you want to ask me about Philip, how important he is in my life? I was at I went by Philip's shop one day. I don't know how many people know this story. I went by Philip's shop one day, and he says, he calls everybody Puss, right? And he says, Puss, get in the car. And I said, where are we going? And he says, we're going to the bank. I said, for what? I had on a pair of sweatpants and a hoodie. I wasn't, just bum around clothes. He said, get in the car, we're going to the bank. I said, for what? He says, a girl I want you to meet. I said, Philip, I ain't trying to meet no girl today. He said, no, I want you to meet this girl. She's a good girl. Well, Kim's probably, she probably knows
Did
that.
Jim know her?
Yeah.
Oh.
So at the time, I probably wasn't interested in meeting a good. Sorry, baby. He says, get in the car. So we went up to the bank, and I was in the passenger seat. We pulled up to the drive-thru. She was working the drive-thru at the bank at the time. And I'll never forget it. Philip looked at her, ain't said a word to me, looked at her dead in the eye and said, my driver wants your phone number. And I said, whoa, Philip. And I know now the end of the story, she bent down, I guess, to get something to write on or whatever. And she looked back at the other people in the bank and said, what do I do? What do I do? And they said, give him your number. So she gave me a phone number. And yeah, what long after, I'm not going to tell the, a month later when did you call me or I finally found your number? I'd stuck the sticky note on the back of my driver's license. So it was I lost it. I did lose it. And anyway, long story short, February 23rd will be 18 years. So not a bad story. I appreciate that, Doc.
Yeah. But I went back through there and I asked Kim if Bert had called her. She says no. She said, you tell him he can forget about it. And I told Bert later on, she said, just forget about it. He said, oh God, I better call her.
I got around till I found it. I found her. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I appreciate that, Philip.
Yeah, but she probably wants to hit me now. So for better or worse.
For better or worse, rich or poor. That's the funny thing too. See, Kim's got a degree in finance. She's a banker. And we hadn't together, it wasn't even 6 months. She said, there's something I don't understand about this racing. I said, what's that? She said, you spend more than you make. I said, that's racing, baby. Anyway.
Well, we've had some good times. That's the main thing is to have everybody said, boy, I hate to see Bone Gray start. And then they get in there, they can't wait. And they bat the middle of the season and say, I'll be glad when they,
Yeah.
I'll be glad when I've had enough of this. But anyway, that's one of the hometown tracks and we enjoy it together. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
But we've had some good times and we've had some bad times. And I know sometimes that I've drove harder than Bert had and not even been in a car. And I've told him at a time or two, I know one night he won a race at Caraway and said something about it. I said, Bert, I don't know about you, but I'm tired.
I know the feeling, but I'm the same way with Slate.
Yeah.
I'm driving harder than he is.
Yeah.
Especially in Orange County. I don't know if you were driving.
No, I'm not driving for him.
He saw he went by me. I said, "Good God." Oh boy, what do we do now?
Well, I guess we're gonna wrap it up. Is that it?
We're wrapping it up.
Can we thank Choice Tire and Auto?
We can do it again.
Can we do one
Sure,
more time?
sure can.
Okay, I just want to thank Choice now for giving us somewhere to do our thing here.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Eric ought to come over here and stand behind us. Come on.
Tried to get him to do a video, me and him together.
He won't do it.
Let him do a video.
I'll hold the camera for you.
My old lady would divorce me before she come over here and got on camera. I can tell you that.
Here.
Oh, no.
You can forget it.
I
You
can
can try, but it ain't gonna happen.
There's $100 bill behind Burn. It's chump change.
No,
You sit over there, Mr. Phillip, and tell everybody bye, and we'll sit in your spot.
Okay, Betty.
take your headphones off there, Doc.
He got a face for radio.
Doesn't he? He's
You have been ready?
all the way.
Smile.
Gee. Face for it.
Was that his drink? You get Chris's.
Yeah. Who knows?
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, welcome back, Chris.
Thank you.
Welcome, Chris, to our show here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I've got to thank all my sponsors. Yeah, I was talking to Johnny Chili. I think the gain on that board, Patrick, the gain, we're gonna mess with that gain. Not now. Not now. I was just talking to a few people. But anyway, we've got some stuff over here to give away. A lot of stuff actually. Uh, hey, Michael Gale. Michael, you got my sunglasses. I know you got them from the expo. I got that bad news and I left. Just left everything. It's, my favorite sunglasses since 2017. I got them at Carteret County, and I left them at the Charlotte Expo. Brad died. But anyway, we've got a lot of stuff to give away over here. I think we're gonna let Eric give some things. Now I've got y'all some shirts over there. I want y'all to have them. You can wear them to bed or whatever, because y'all have always been good to me and me.
I don't sleep with a shirt on, Chris.
You don't?
No.
Well, okay. Well, let me
You got any underwear over there?
I can't swim.
No.
All right, so I do want to take this time. I want to thank, of course, Eric Engelbert, Choice Tire and Automotive, because when we're not here, we're at the Choice Tire and Automotive studio. I want to give a big shout out to J&T Services, because Talking Circles with Chris Carter is presented by J&T Services. Also to Brian Sykes, Sykes Metal Roofing, Coger Plumbing, and the dentist at Kernersville. And also, as always, H&H Auto. We even got a few H&H Auto shirts over there. H&H Auto, they've been with me since day one. And I've become family. They've like adopted me. So that's I appreciate them since day one, everything they've done. That's H&H Auto Repair on Kernersville Road. I want to thank Race for Kids, Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue, Precision Built Spindles, Sykes Metal Roof, and Renee Hackett Realtor, Coger Plumbing, the dentist at Kernersville, Tiffany Jimenez, the Ginther Group, Krista Steel Racing, Tea Time Sports Bar, Birch Street Pub, Captain's Retreat at Bear Creek, Madhouse Harley Davidson, Radical Fire Protection, Smoky Joe's Barbecue in Lexington, David E. Day Inc. Oh, and I just lost it. This is so professional. Where was I at? Yeah, David E. Day Inc. You'll let Backstreet. Coast to Coast Fishing Apparel, Blue Ridge Truck Lines, Suntan Magic, Mount Airy. That's old Chuck. He's in charge of Friendship Speedway right there, and they're getting ready to kick off too. Appreciate Chuck and them being a part of this.
Yeah, they came on board. We didn't get to run a clash, and obviously we'll carry it over to the first race of the year.
Yep,
But RBR Racing, Fabrication,
yep.
and Friendship Speedway came on board with me and Jason.
Yep.
For the clash. So we'll carry them to the 200.
Yep, Chuck Melton, appreciate them. That's Blue Ridge Truck Lines and his wife at Suntan Magic in Mount Airy. Affordable septic, enticing icings. Any of you ladies out there ever want a cake made just how you wanted? If y'all wanted a cake made just like this race car, y'all go see Alina. Y'all remember Emma? That's her mama, and they're in Walkertown. Enticing icing. Dutton Safer Systems, Triangle Fitness in Kernersville, Ideal Landscaping, JTV Sports Card and Memorabilia. That's our buddy Johnny Tilley. Nick's Old Fashioned Hamburgers, 5 Points Tire and Auto, Bowman's Hauling and Grading, Choice Tire and Automotive, Woodman Life Insurance, Jordan Anderson, S&P Lemonade, J&T Services, my buddy Scott Harkey Litigation. I do want to say this. I'm glad I seen his name. I've now done went and seen my lawyer, and the ball is definitely rolling. The foundation that I'm going to have is His Glory, Their Story.
Cool.
It's going to be His Glory, Their Story Foundation, and it'll be strictly like the things that I've done in the past. It'll be all for kids with cancer, uh, anybody that needs any kind of help for hotels or whatever it involves those kids and everything. So that's something I've always wanted to do, is to have it official. I
Yeah.
mean, we've done a lot of these fundraisers. Y'all have helped me with them as well. So I'm really excited. I appreciate Scott Harkey and Harkey Litigation for getting that ball rolling. Uh, David Adams, Ever Ready Mix Concrete, Robin Sandblasting, Mule Skinner Trucking, Garage Doors of the Triad, MJ Printing and Graphics, Make TV Great with Nate, Soul to Bowl Food Truck. Jordan Atkins is now Squeaky Clean Home Pros and Squeaky Clean Express and Ceramic Coatings. Colfax Towing, our buddy Jason Rowell, Colfax Towing and Auto Repair. And Crazy Kevin Powell at kevinsays.yes.com. Very blessed.
Any more?
That's it. But very blessed. Very, very blessed.
Absolutely.
Very blessed.
Thanks
And
everybody to make it happen.
yeah. And so, Patrick, I want to thank you, my new producer right there. I want to thank everybody for coming out that was out here tonight. It's good to see. Mr. Phillip, means a lot to me, man, you being here. I know you came from them, but it makes us all look good when somebody sees you. And I want to thank Miss Kim for coming out. Slade, of course.
She didn't have a choice.
Oh, is that what? I thought she
I'm
was like,
sure I promised her we'd go get something to eat when we got done. So
oh, yeah?
yeah, that's what it was.
Well, she's full. She ate 7 pieces of pizza while you were talking. And my buddy Max, love that kid to death. Love Kel Weevil, and looking forward to him in a 602. That was kind of mind blowing hearing that to me. Really, I was not expecting.
Rumor. Yeah.
Joe, where's Joe at? There you, Joe. I was not expecting to hear that, but that is really cool. He'll do well. If you wouldn't have him go in this route if you didn't believe that. So, to you two, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It really means a lot. It's the Orange Bumper. Tell them real quick when your next show is. And
We're actually shooting. I don't know when it'll air. We're shooting this Friday. Obviously, with me being gone in Daytona for 9 days, and with the season coming up, we've just been really busy. So we've had to take a couple weeks off, but we made some really good contacts. Don't want to let anything out of the bag, but we got some really cool guests coming on
Good.
that we talked to at the Clash. If that helps you
there you go.
for a second.
Good.
But this Friday we'll be doing one. So yeah, man, it's fun. It really is fun to do, and I get educated at the same time. Philip kind of does the legwork,
Mm-hmm.
does all the resources,
Right.
checks the resources, and
Right.
gets all the info. So it's fun for me to kind of learn at the same time.
Yep.
So yeah, looking forward to it. Thanks for the plug.
Yeah. Always. I love watching it. And you, thank you again.
Of course.
You know, me and you,
Anytime.
got-
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. I mean, you paid to be able to say that.
I do. I literally have all rights reserved to say Roll Tide at any time. My daughter attended school there.
So yeah,
Yeah,
Emma's
Roll Tide.
got it. Sadie, why are you shaking your head? No.
She's not gonna Roll Tide.
What are you gonna do? You don't know?
Good old community college.
She's gonna get a scholarship in softball somewhere. There's no doubt about that.
Just say go Duke. Yeah, go Duke. They play Michigan this weekend.
Duke does?
Michigan, yeah.
That'd be a good game.
That'd be a good
That'd
game.
be a real
Michigan's
good game.
number one. So
Did Arizona lose 2 games or just 1? I thought Arizona's up there too. They're
I don't
really
keep up
2
with
games.
everybody.
Yeah, 2 games.
two.
Alabama sucks in basketball. Actually, they suck in football. Too. That's so embarrassing. But anyway, it is. NIL's ruined that. Let's don't talk about that. Once again, Brad Arnold. Y'all remember the family? 3 Doors Down lead singer passed away last Saturday to cancer. Put a hole in my heart, but you know, it's like what Brad would say is, keep on keeping on, my friend. and that's what I plan to do. So I appreciate everybody once again. Thank y'all. Eric, thank you so much, man. We appreciate y'all, Choice Tire and Automotive. And as always, and until next time, for all of you out there listening, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Read your Bible, turn your blinker on, wear your seatbelt, and until next time, God bless.